the number indicates, this is in Chapter 11. So this is an election that a creditor can make to have its claim treated as wholly secured, even if it's only partially secured. So let's say, for argument's sake, the creditor has a mortgage against your property, and we're back at a time when real estate prices have plummeted. And so part of the mortgage is secured by the house and part is unsecured. Well, as I told you earlier, in dealing with this in subchapter 5, under the right circumstances, you can bifurcate that claim into a secured portion and an unsecured portion and treat the unsecured portion as just general unsecured debt through the plan. Well, creditor might not like that. So section 1111B of the Bankruptcy Code permits the creditor to make an election. And that election says the entire debt will be treated as secured. Even though technically part of it is unsecured, the creditor can overcome your avoidance action on the unsecured portion of the mortgage and have the entire thing treated as secured. So why would a creditor do that? Because maybe a lot of the debt is unsecured and the creditor wants to make sure that it gets paid in full rather than chump change on the unsecured portion. But there is a sharp edge to this, and that sharp edge is if the creditor is wholly secured, then it doesn't get to vote on the plan of reorganization. Now keep in mind, although I've been talking about debts that are secured by your principal residence, this principle applies to other kinds of secured debts that are secured maybe by a rental property. And so if the creditor makes this election, well, it doesn't get to vote on the plan, but at least its claim is going to be paid in full eventually. So yes, it does affect the debtor's ability to deal with the lien, because if there is a way to bifurcate that lien, and remember, if it's not the debtor's principal residence in a standard Chapter 11, the claim could be bifurcated. If the creditor makes that election, then there is no bifurcation into secured and unsecured portions. So that's the 1111B election, and that is how it adversely affects the debtor's ability to remove a portion of the lien. Now keep in mind, if the claim is wholly unsecured, that's a different story. This is in dealing with it's partially secured and partially unsecured.